What's up friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today I feature the best premium live streaming Android box for 2025 from none other than vSeeBox. This is their latest model called the vSeeBox V6 Plus. So in this video, I will do my usual full review of its hardware, performance and features. And if you are a long-term viewer and subscriber to my channel, well, you guys know the drill when it comes to YouTube's community guidelines. If you are new to my channel and don't know or understand anything about these special category boxes, then simply send me an email at tvboxstop@gmail.com and I'll be happy to explain. With that said, these models are twice and sometimes 3 times the cost of your standard Android boxes, and there's a reason for this. And again, for more information, contact me via email. So my full review begins right after this. So welcome back after that unboxing. So in this purchase you have the super glossy V6 Plus model itself. You get one vSeeBox branded Bluetooth voice remote with Google Assistant feature, and it also features IR learning and backlit keys. You get one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power supply, and a user manual with a barcode to an online manual. For design, it consists of a glossy plastic housing with the vSeeBox branding at the top. For I/O at the back, it comes with one HDMI 2.1 port, one gigabit LAN port, one SD card reader, one optical audio, one USB 3.0, another USB 2.0. It has a reset button and its DC input socket all at the back. At the front, it has an LED power light indicator. And to its base has 4 rubber feet with lots of ventilation holes. So its first startup process features its usual vSeeBox animation, followed by the pairing of the Bluetooth remote, then a first startup wizard, then you are taken to the launcher. The launcher is their standard launcher and it's called the Grape Launcher. It features horizontal scrolling panels for installed apps and recommended apps. At the bottom you have your shortcuts bar for settings, launcher settings, wireless updates, programmable hotkeys, Wi-Fi settings. You can redo the first startup wizard. You have its basic system information, power key definition options, and one-click memory cleanup. For basic system information, it shows that its operating system is Android 14 tvOS. However, you do not get access to developer options. Let's have a look at its firmware features. You get up to 4K 2160p at 60Hz. You get HDR display with an adaptive HDR feature. You get auto frame rate switching. Under formats, it shows that you have HDR10 and HLG. I'll test for these in just a moment. You get HDMI CEC options, power key definition options, a new feature called Enable Non-TV Version Apps. This is a feature to enable sideloading of all your favorite APKs. I will indeed test for this in just a moment. You have an NTP server option. This is for accessing the box's storage over your network. It comes with a parental control lock application. You can change the password also. And for audio, on the format, it shows that it supports Dolby Digital. So I'll test for surround sound audio in just a moment. Now for its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this chipset is Amlogic, and it comes with 4GB of DDR4 RAM and 64GB of internal storage with Bluetooth 5.0. Its CPU is the Amlogic S905Y5, a quad-core Cortex-A55 processor clocked at 1.7 GHz configured in 32-bit mode. Its display and graphics are powered by the Mali G31 GPU with OpenGLES version 3.2. Its network adapter provides dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its Android 14 operating system shows that it's not rooted. Its GPU has Vulkan Support API version 1.1. It has an idle operating CPU temperature of approximately 49 degrees Celsius. And for audio and video decoders, for video you get HEVC, AV1 and VP9 decoding. And for surround audio you get Dolby Atmos EAC3 and DTS HD. You don't get Dolby Vision. And that is system and hardware information. For digital rights management, its DRM information shows that it has Google Widevine Level 1 with HDCP 2.3 protection. Its root checker app also confirms that the firmware is indeed not rooted. For watching YouTube videos, you get up to 4K 2160p resolution with HDR. However, the launcher's display is 1080p, so it's cropped into a 1080p frame as shown here under the viewport information. For mobile screen mirroring, it does not come with the official version of Miracast or AirScreen app that can cast your mobile devices in HD quality. So you are left with only the alternative of using its default casting feature via the AirScreen app. Here I'm casting my Android cell phone. However, with using its default casting feature, you don't get HD quality. For voice search and voice commands, it comes with Google Assistant and the feature works perfectly. Maximum volume.
Okay.
20% volume. Maximum volume. Open Netflix. For watching self-hosted videos, you get 4K HDR, HLG and AV1. You don't get Dolby Vision or HDR10+. So this is HDR10. This is AV1. This is HLG when you try to play a Dolby Vision video. This is a Dolby Vision video that registers as HDR10 with Dolby Atmos. This is HDR10 Plus that decodes as HDR10. And this is official HLG. When connected to a surround sound audio compatible TV or an AV receiver that supports Dolby and DTS surround sound audio, in the audio format settings, the formats that weren't available before now become available. So here I have it connected to my 7.1 AV receiver, and I will now test for Dolby and DTS surround sound audio formats. So this is Dolby Atmos.
The world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels.
This is Dolby Digital Plus.
Whether the soundscape sets the mood of the scene.
You don't get DTS HD Master Audio, you get DTS Virtual X instead. This is Dolby Surround from Dolby Vision videos. You don't get Dolby True HD.
This is the left channel.
And you don't get DTS X, you get DTS Virtual X instead. I was pretty excited to see if the new allow non-Android TV app switch would allow me to sideload all my favorite apps and games that I would usually run on the mobile version, but unfortunately it does not work. I am still restricted to what I can run from the Android TV Play Store, even if I sideload. Let's now take a look at some benchmarks and where it ranks on my vSeeBox rankings chart. First, the results from the speed test performed on its RAM and internal storage. It has a RAM transfer speed of 2958 megabytes per second. Its internal storage has a read speed of 178 and a write speed of 108. The results from the test performed on its dual Wi-Fi bands and its LAN port show that you get maximum speed on its 5 GHz band. The 2.4 GHz band averaged around 76 megabits per second, and the LAN port is not a gigabit LAN port, averaging around 94 megabits per second. In benchmarking its CPU's single-core and multi-core threading performance, the Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark produced a score of 130 single-core and 456 multi-core. In benchmarking its GPU's graphics rendering performance, the 3DMark Gamer's Benchmark Wildlife Test produced a score of 205, with an average FPS of 1.20. And in the AnTuTu benchmark version 9, because it could not run version 10 or 11, it received a score of 95,894. So those are the benchmarks. Let's now see where it ranks on my chart. So the scores are in, and the new vSeeBox V6 Plus is at position 59 at the time of making this video. I gave it a 4 out of 5 star rating, not solely based on its hardware performance, but for their choice of hardware for these types of models, in addition to the service it provides, which is second to none, and the built-in modified version of Netflix with your paid subscription. So I find this strikes the right balance between high-end models, it is better than the cheap all-winner models, and it provides the best live streaming service. So if you are interested, you can get $50 off using my special coupon, and I also placed my affiliate link right here. So to view this chart to compare all of its features to other boxes in this list, I placed a link in the description below this video. In summary, I'm satisfied with the performance of this model, and here are some of the positive takeaways. It's a vSeeBox model, so you know there is no buffering. They used an Amlogic chipset, which has much better performance than Allwinner. It includes a really good Bluetooth voice remote with backlit keys. They provided a Google certified model on Android TV OS version 14. There are a few things you should take note of if you are concerned about caveats. Firstly, it does not have a gigabit LAN port. Its Google Play Store is restricted, and you have difficulties sideloading and running external APKs. Its CPU is clocked at 1.7 GHz, so it's not classified as a gaming model, and it's missing a few decoders such as Dolby True HD and Dolby Vision. So there you have it. vSeeBox has done it again in its latest model, and they continue to deliver a value for money. So if you would like to get your hands on the best live TV streaming brand on the market, you can grab one with a $50 coupon in the description below this video. Links in the description are affiliate links, which means the channel earns a small commission if you decide to purchase, so thanks in advance for your support. Unfortunately, the model featured in this video has already been sold at second-hand prices, so better luck next time or email me directly to pre-order. Thanks for watching. Give this video the thumbs up if you enjoyed the presentation. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notifications bell to be notified each time I release new videos, offer second-hand prices, or decide to do a giveaway. And thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch my video. Stay connected and see you in the next one.